Blessings and all. So, Friday. I know I was supposed to be back on Thursday. Super busy. So, what I have here is my civil rights complaint. This is my testimony, my personal testimony to them. And it does have my statement under penalties of perjury as well with the witness. This is just to get the ball rolling, guys. Hitting a one shot. You're just gonna make it happen. So here's what we got going. To whom this may concern. Now I've titled this Notice to Agent is Notice to Principal. State of Oklahoma Public Officers, State of Oklahoma Governor, State of Oklahoma Attorney General, State of Oklahoma Banking Commissioner. I called those three out on purpose. Although the title itself is pretty self-explanatory. So to whom this may concern. I have been trespassed. My property, my identity has been usurped against my will, under duress and presently being human trafficked under Oklahoma Statute 21-748. Not limited to modern day slavery and other law, statutes, rules, violations of the process. On September 6th, 2022, woman Jennifer Bird, acting as State of Oklahoma District Osage County Court Clerk, is in violation, not limited to violation of due process after acquiescing to e-filing 100% of the time previously, but for my September 6th e-file and lack of response for my response bill of particulars, and in response to a non-response specifically named to Court Clerk Jennifer Bird and District Attorney Mike Fisher and others listed, she created a conflict of interest and failed to file a sham legal proceeding against me or on record with certified copy as to why and for her refusal. Quote, she is cognitive of this. So it's quote, cognitive. Among Oklahoma Supreme Court rules, state statutes, and state constitution law. District of Osage County Incorporated by its agents by way of usurpation and not limited to as this is ongoing still, and I will do my best to scratch the surface of the identity theft, parentheses, failure to provide certified copy of SSA 89 form or any tangible or intangible form stating power of attorney over my estate, over my estate, and or my property, or even an authorized form from the State of Oklahoma Banking Commissioner for securities instruments, parentheses, comma, trespass, comma, civil rights, comma, violation under the color of law, parentheses, not one Osage County agent has provided their Oklahoma Constitution Article 15 oath of office pursuant to sections 1 and 2. I have open records, and to this date, not one have these documents as required within 30 days of hire, yet appear to be operating under the guise of Oklahoma Statute 51 Municipal Corporation Oath, again under the guise of a lawful constitution, elected public officer, now creating financial bonds using PUSIB and other means without my consent while committing securities and tax fraud in additions with them on record fulfilling the elements of securities and tax fraud. I have also been able to fill the elements for federal RICO charges. I told you guys not to mess with me. You came after my wife. We walked away when you came after my kids and I got them. I mean, y'all voluntarily gave that restraining order because y'all knew exactly what I was going to come do. Y'all had me all up in a hussy-tussy. I got my kids. I was happy. We had a restraining order against everybody on the other side. Man, I just wanted to get the hell out of this and I didn't want to show back up. But you got my so here it is. And this is just a start. You get your ass by 1,000 cuts. I wanted to touch base with you as this is an ongoing crime and require your assistance to resolve this matter in my benefit. I have also uncovered mortgage security frauds as well as gap violation involving the court clerk and district attorney Mike Fisher, Sheriff Eddie Verdine, board members, Board of Commissioners, District of Osage, and Oklahoma Bar Association as well, not to mention in violation of 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242. I have 50 plus pages of federal crimes alone, not to mention federal and state constitution, along with their policy statute violations. I will end this as I will follow up with more detail and evidence of the crime. This is an ongoing investigation now with the State of Oklahoma Attorney General's office. Using these funds to start this over. I will end on this as I will follow up with more detail and evidence of the crime. While using these funds to pay for their foreign administrative courts, and use against the people of this state as modern-day slavery, quote, human trafficking. Since we now know they are operating in their private personal capacity, as stated on record in the fiscal yearly needs report document showing debt and motive with their signatures. No Oklahoma Constitution Article 15 Act. No non-collusion affidavit. No articles of corporation that I've seen. I have yet to see proper tax forms for these financial instruments. If I have to file for loss, they are required to file for a gain, whether directly or indirectly. As a reminder, I nor my family have never consented, ever, to release or disregard our posterity to the founding of this nation. I had a whole thing on Kindle right now. What does that mean? Why did I say that last part? Because I started this off. I've been very blessed and fortunate. My family has reminded me and shown me with 300 pages of evidence and proof that, posterity where we come from. I am a 12th generation Revolutionary War grandson. My great grandfather is George Reed, Lieutenant Colonel George Reed, who fought the Redcoats pretty much every major battle up there. Not only that, his son did, and his brother, and uncle took a musket ball to the chest. I was looking for a rule, Anyways, it says in detail that they took a silver handkerchief soaked in alcohol and they thread it through from end to end and cleaned it out. Wiki. So anyways, and just to let you know, don't listen to what the news tells you, because it's fake. He lived to 86 or 89. All of my family members back then have lived to the ripe old age of 80s and 90s. We're getting worse because they're killing us. So why do I say that? Because I'm a 12th generation Revolutionary War grandson of George Lieutenant Colonel George Reed, who's also a dragoon. That's right. As well as my nativity on Oklahoma State. That's the first thing I came out and said. I introduced my full first, middle, last. I am a second. And I'll let them know exactly who my persons is and where my posterity comes from. Not only did the king give my grandfather property, but so did the United States for winning the war. You treasonous, infiltrated, socialist, communist piece of shits. We're coming for you. And it's not going to be swift. You got our fucking attention. You woke us up. And I don't mean woke. I don't mean that nonsense woke bullshit. I mean, you brought the freaking. You know how many wars we've won? And this one, we're not even gonna shed violence. We don't have to. You've done all the work for us. You provided all the prima facie evidence. You've provided all real evidence. It's just a matter of like how much of it we want to use. What are we going to throw in there? Except for me, y'all don't even realize it yet. I've already pulled the very bottom card out from underneath the house of cards. The bottom floors have already fallen out. Time is only perspective. We've already won. God's people have already won. You're a spoiled-ass brat, kicking and screaming on your way out the door. But this time, you ain't coming back in like you did in the 1800s. Once we get you fucking bar rats out of here, anytime you step on this soil, it's instant noose. Fucking instant noose to the neck. Because you treasonous piece of shit human trafficking motherfuckers need to croak. Y'all are the number one organization, association involved in human fucking trafficking. Now, I'm not just talking about the adults. I'm not talking about the grown men and women. I'm talking about the children. You don't fuck with the kids. We will fucking die for them. You fucking morons.